wishes to foresee the future must consult the past, for human events ever resemble those of preceding times. This arises from the fact that they are produced by men who have been, and ever will be, animated by the same passions, and thus they must necessarily have the same results. I can supply an infinite number of different engines of attack and defense. Hello everyone, this is MD Anderson, recording again from the Motorhome Studios. This week I am going over more of Leonardo da Vinci's inventions, but more along the lines of war machines, of how he started them out to where they are today. So starting out, a quote from Leonardo da Vinci, "And if it should happen that the engagement was at sea, I have plans for constructing many engines, most suitable either for attack or defense, and ships which can resist the fire of the heaviest cannon, and powder and smoke." Here is a picture of Leonardo's design at small scale, with the oars and a huge scythe strapped to the top, intended for attack. These have been improved tremendously. The following is a clip from the U.S. Navy about their most modern ships.
This presentation is brought to you by the U.S. Navy. To learn more, visit Navy.com.
The U.S. Navy never wavers from its inherent mission to keep America safe from enemy threats. To help with that mission, the U.S. Navy looks to the future. A new class of warship, the Littoral Combat Ship, or LCS High-Speed Surface Ship. This is USS Freedom, built to be fast and highly maneuverable, designed to execute missions in shallow coastal waters. The LCS is the future of the Navy.
Also, Leonardo da Vinci worked on underwater gear. This is an illustration of one of the first designs he had created for scuba gear. This one also had a urine pouch. The reason for the urine pouch was because dragons didn't think it was very sanitary to urinate where they swam. So Leonardo da Vinci also created a way for the divers to stay down for extended periods of time by doing this. Leonardo also had the intention of creating robots that would fight in the stead of mankind to make us stronger, faster, and better. Here is an illustration of how robots were designed to fight. And this following clip is from the U.S. military as well, about the most modern day robot intended to assist armed forces on the ground.
It has 4 legs, eyes, and a body built to carry, with the ability to go wherever men can. The legged squad support system is the new solution for overburdened troops who carry nearly 100 pounds of survival and protection gear in the field. Saw a demonstration of the system at Joint Base Meyer Henderson Hall, Virginia, and learned about the 24-month initiative designed to refine.
I love how this guy tries to push it, and it just keeps on going in its original path.
It's now taking the sensors, making them much more effective. They're already effective, but taking it to a new level so that not only it can perceive the world around it better, but it can interact with the Marines better. So that's what you're going to see over the next 24 months is how do you make it more effective in the hands of those Marines out in the field.
Once complete, this beast of burden could take the load off troops, allowing them to focus on their mission.
I also have plans for making a cannon, very convenient and easy of transport, with which to hurl small stones in the matter almost of hell, causing great terror to the enemy from their smoke and great loss of confusion. Illustrated is Leonardo da Vinci's idea of a cluster cannon launching, as it said, stones and rocks into the city borders. And this next video clip is one I would not want to be around. You can hear the airplane coming, and all of a sudden, boom. But here's the scary part. Just wait a second, and it starts raining metal. I would have to say Leonardo's plan has been effectively improved. When a place is besieged, I know how to cut off water from the trenches and how to construct an infinite number of bridges, battering rams, scaling ladders, and other instruments which to do with the same enterprise. I have plans for destroying every fortress or other stronghold unless it has been founded upon rock. Here are illustrations of fortresses that Leonardo da Vinci had designed, as well as how the walls were to be constructed. He also worked on solar-powered instruments. He said, "He who is fixed to a star does not change his mind." This following is a clip from NASA.
In early March 2012, a powerful X-5.4 flare erupted on the Sun. The blast was observed by the fleet of spacecraft dedicated to monitoring our star, plus one unlikely addition, NASA's Fermi Gamma Ray Space Telescope. For Fermi, which detects high-energy gamma rays, the Sun is almost never the brightest steady source in the sky. That distinction is reserved for the Vela pulsar. But on March 7th, the Sun outshone everything else Fermi could see. Thanks to the big flare, the Sun had become the brightest object in the gamma ray sky. Due to the keen angular resolution of Fermi's Large Area Telescope, for the first time scientists were able to narrow down the position of the high-energy gamma ray emission to a part of the Sun's disk. This gives scientists greater confidence that the gamma rays come from the same region as the solar flare seen in other wavelengths. During this event, the LAT detected the highest energy light ever recorded from a solar flare. The gamma rays peaked at 4 billion electron volts, or 2 billion times the energy of visible light. With Fermi recording high-energy gamma ray emission for 20 hours after the event, the March 7th flare also set a duration record. Several mechanisms are behind this gamma ray activity. Flares are thought to arise when strong magnetic fields undergo a process called reconnection and release pent-up energy. A sudden blast accelerates charged particles, some of which leave the Sun, while others are driven toward its visible surface. Many of these accelerated particles are protons. When they collide with gas in the Sun's atmosphere or surface, the interaction creates a particle called a pion, which quickly decays into 2 gamma rays. These observations herald Fermi's arrival as a solar observatory, a powerful new tool for understanding the Sun as it approaches its maximum period of activity.
Another vehicle that Leonardo had created for warfare was the armored tank. While Leonardo's tank does suffer from serious flaws, the case has recently been made that the plans were deliberately sabotaged by him just in case a working model fell into the wrong hands. Some might argue that this proves Leonardo da Vinci was a military engineer, a pacifist, but they're missing the point. Leonardo alone had the world's only working blueprints. And here is a modern build of Leonardo's original design. And here is some Russian video of tanks. I would so love to be on this playground with these guys. Yeehaw, 360s. This would be a freaky sight to see coming at you if you're the enemy. And all of a sudden you got a big tank coming right at you. Tanks are incredibly impressive, as you'll see here how their firepower is, how maneuverable they are, how fast they have become. The original tanks weren't that fast, but you can see here how they start shooting and rolling at the same time. World War I, they had to actually stop, get poised, turn the turrets, then fire, then move as quickly as they could so they don't become a target themselves. And here you see where most of their tracks are leaving the ground. Running through bush, still turning the turret as it's rolling. And here are some tired vehicles, some nighttime shots showing their tracer flares so they can see where their fire is going. As cool as it is on video, I would not want to be present when that was going on. Now tanks are almost amphibious as well. And here it is like four-wheeling with these guys. And airborne. I would not want to be in that tank when that actually happens. I'd be definitely visiting a chiropractor. And watch the scale, this what, 2 or 3 foot wall right in front of it. And almost airborne again, getting over the top of that. And once again. Of course, I've mentioned in the previous vlogs how Leonardo da Vinci had invented multiple barreled guns and how they have become the machine guns of today. And here is a video clip of a guy shooting a 50 cal at a whole bunch of watermelons. And you can just see how those bullets disintegrate that wonderful fruit. And I would be making the same face. As we know, Leonardo da Vinci had also created a whole bunch of flying machines with wings, and here is somebody who built the design that Leonardo da Vinci had done and actually tested it out. Kind of looks like fun to me. So I hope you've enjoyed these clips. I hope that you've also learned something from them. I hope you've enjoyed this week's vlog. I had a lot of fun researching a lot of videos, trying to get all this footage to show in here. I hope you've learned something. Most off, I hope that we can be friends. I would rather use these kind of inventions and machines for toys, as we saw with that 50 cal. I'd love to do some four-wheeling in tanks. I wouldn't want to use them for their actually designed purposes unless it is within the Dragon Bell series, why there's the purpose of them. So please buy Dragons Amongst Men, available on Amazon.com or DragonVels.com, also available in the Kindle format. Please make sure you subscribe to these videos and share it with everybody. We've got some exciting stuff coming out of the Dragon Bell series as I'm working on Book 2, Dragons vs. Men, which is why I'm getting heavily into these military vehicles. So, again, I hope you guys have a wonderful week.